So the markets are about to close in just over 5 minutes from now. And let me tell you guys, the Bulls have made a major comeback today heading into the weekend. We're going to break that down in this video. And of course, we're going to go over 7 stocks that I'm looking at, charts I'm liking. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your water, stay hydrated, guys. Hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and get your $10 plus up to 15 stocks from Moomoo and your 12 stocks from Webull. All of those are linked down below. And now let's dive into the video. So like I said, major comeback from the Bulls as we are now, for the most part, all in the green. In my last video, if you guys caught it, and if you guys were watching the markets yourselves, you saw that everything was pretty much in the red earlier today. And quite honestly, today has just been a roller coaster ride. In the pre-market, we were green, then we went down to about 393 on SPY. At one point, it was down, about 1.3% from the pre-market high. And now in the past hour, 2 hours, heading into the close here, we've seen a rally, but now that, then again, now that I'm looking at this, we are dumping off a cliff in just the past 4 minutes. Literally in the past 4 minutes, SPY's down 0.4%, but still, it looks like we are above the 180 SMA on the intraday chart, and obviously, by the looks of it, we have rallied for the most part here heading into the close. But, I mean, again, this volatility is insane. It just goes to show here in the past 4 minutes, again, SPY's down 0.4%. Unbelievable. And we'll see how the next 4 minutes go, as we do have 4 minutes left until the close. And triple Q here, look at what's going on, guys. It's rallied from the intraday low of about, let's see here, 380, or rather 282, to about a rally to 285. That was about 1.2-ish%. And now it's fallen since that point from about 285 to 284 in just the past 4 or 5 minutes. That's about 0.5% drop there. So again, the volatility is off the chain here, guys. And speaking of volatility, the VIX is actually down. The VIX is down 3.2% on the day. Silver is down 0.2. We have gold down about 0.75%. So the red day's actually gotten worse for gold. I think earlier in the day it was more at break even, but now we're really starting to push down 1% on gold. So markets are about to close in 3 minutes, and it looks like we're not going to get any buying pressure, at least quite yet. I mean, by the looks of it here, after that huge sell-off we got in the past 5 minutes. But we'll see. We'll wrap back around here in a couple of minutes and see how the markets do end up closing. And as we covered in my last video, but I'll mention it again here, crude oil got under 80 a barrel. It got to 77 a barrel. But since then, it's actually gone back over 80 a barrel. That's a good sign for the bulls, but to be honest, bears are clearly in charge, even though we're getting a bit of a relief rally, which really that's all it is. The rally from 77 a barrel to where we are at 80 bucks a barrel. If this fails at 81, 82 a barrel, technically speaking, oil is going to be going back down under 80, in my opinion, maybe back towards that mid 70 mark. So at this point, guys, oil is not looking good whatsoever for the bulls. And with that being said, let's transition over here to good old crypto. It's been a couple days since we've done an update because, quite frankly, crypto's been pretty boring. Ever since the collapse after the FTX debacle started to unravel, we've been pretty much consolidating, and that's really been for the past week at this point. You can see Bitcoin here. This is what the hourly chart. It's been flat for about a week at about 16,500. We did momentarily go down to 15,700, but again, since that point, we've gone back over 16,000. So Bitcoin's been pretty flat here in the mid 16s, and I feel like it is going to be until we get the next major catalyst, which who knows when that's going to come, what that's going to entail. And if we do get another negative catalyst, let's just say, in my opinion, guys, we are going down to that 15,000 mark, maybe under 15,000. Let me see here on the weekly chart. We could be going down, forget 15, guys. I'm talking 13,500, 14,000. Bitcoin could really start getting smacked at that point. Next catalyst we get. But again, on the flip side, looking on the flip side, if it's a positive catalyst, who knows? We might be getting a big rally. But, I mean, at this point, I am thinking a negative catalyst is more likely with everything that's been going on. I mean, what good could come out of this? I don't really know. But Ethereum at this point is at 1,200. If I pull up the hourly chart, you can also see Ethereum's been flat the past week at about 1,200, 1,250. And quite honestly, that's why I haven't really covered crypto the past couple of days, because I don't want to just cover it to say the same thing every day. It's just been flat. I mean, we're not really getting any direction, any huge signs of momentum in either direction at this point. And the same thing is here for good old Dogecoin, which if we pull up Dogecoin, we'll see right now it is at 8 cents, 8.5 cents. I mean, it's been flat for the past week, like Bitcoin and like Ethereum. And am I saying Dogecoin is like Bitcoin, Ethereum? Is it on the same level as them? It's not. I'm just mentioning it because, it's a popular meme coin. Why not? We'll cover it from every now and then, right? So with that being said, guys, you heard the bell. Markets just closed. Stock market just closed. And, let's go back. Let's go back to ThinkOrSwim and see what's going on. And by the way, if you want it's 12, right? Yeah, 12 stocks from Webull, which is this platform right here. I use it for, charting crypto, charting, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And no, guys, it's not wise to buy crypto on Bitcoin, or not crypto on Bitcoin, crypto on Webull and just hold it on Webull. That's not wise. I would not do that with any exchange. The idea of crypto, Bitcoin, is to buy it and then put it on a cold storage wallet, like a Ledger Nano S or something like that. Ledger Nano X, whatever you want. And that's how a lot of people in the FTX debacle got screwed. But we're not going to get into that. We talked enough about that. If you guys want some free stocks, free stocks. Again, I use this for just charting crypto, linked right down below. So let's get into ThinkOrSwim right here and see. Oops, that is not showing. Why is it not showing? There we go. Now it's showing. There we go. Here we go, guys. Ross Stores. I mean, this thing today, did you guys see how it played out? I think we covered it yesterday after they reported earnings. This thing exploded to $115 a share. Unbelievable, guys. That was right at open, and then we ended up closing at 107. Still up 10% on the day, even though it went down from 115 to 107 intraday. So at one point, that means Ross was up. Let me see here. Holy crap, 20% at one point. So this is another one of those stocks that's kind of been in this stealth bull market. Like I always say, there's a bull market within a bear market all the time. You just have to find it. Ross Stores is another one of those. It hit a fresh high just this morning at 115. We took the highs out from back in April. We're talking 7-8 months ago, guys. So this looks really good. And just to refresh your memory, they beat on EPS $1 versus 81 cents, and they also beat on revenue, $4.57 billion versus $4.37 billion estimate. So double beat for Ross Stores. And oops, what did I just do there? I just clicked out, didn't I? No, I didn't. Never mind. Q4 EPS guidance above the estimates, which is good. Full year 22 EPS guidance above the estimates, which is also good. So Ross is just completely breaking out 100% here. And is it near all-time highs? Let me double check. We covered this before, didn't we? Yeah, it's at 134. That was the all-time high from back in May of 21. So we might be getting there soon. Who knows? But at this point, guys, I'm playing it within, I don't own the stock right now, but I'm going to be playing it if it does come down maybe to 105, 100, consolidate a little bit before the next leg up. Potentially. Nothing's guaranteed. We're just breaking down things that could happen here, guys. So the next stock is Enphase. Let me pull that up. ENPH. This is one that I'm looking at as it's right at this point, 320, 325, which you can clearly see that's been a resistance since the beginning of August. 300 in general, 310, 320, right? So at this point, what we're noticing is an ascending triangle. Do you guys see it? And you could also argue an inverse head and shoulders played out right here. Cup and handle, you can make a case for that as well. But for me, I'm really seeing prominent ascending triangle. You guys see that? And the way this plays out, and I have a feeling it's going to play out. Who knows? I could be wrong. But it could potentially play out if it breaks 325 and, we get that leg up, which would be the ascending triangle. A classic ascending triangle pattern playing out where you got the triangle squeeze and then boom, it breaks out, right? Which this is kind of how it's setting up in my eyes. And from that point, I'm going to see this max chart. There's no all-time high. It's going to be an all-time high because, 324 is the all-time high, which we've been struggling at that point for months. And, we get that next leg up, we're going to be in no man's land. Well, maybe not no man's land, but uncharted territory because we haven't been to those levels. I mean, mid 300s could be around the corner. Who knows really where it is going to go? That's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. So end phase looks nice. The setup, I like it. I'm going to set my alert at $325 a share. Mark is at or above. And the next one here is Cisco, which we also called out and talked about. They reported earnings recently, and today I want to do a follow-up on it. It went up 2.6% today to end off the week, and it's right around $50, a little bit under that, $48 a share. Clearly here, if we zoom in a little bit, we have an inverse head and shoulders that's playing out. And with today's move and yesterday's move, we broke out of this little channel that we were in. It was between 44 to $46. We took that out. Now we're at 48. This looks to me like it's on a one-way ship right now to $50. If $50 breaks, which was that high from the middle of August, man, this thing is really going to start gaining some steam. Mid-50s, higher 50s is where Cisco could be going. So I like the way it's setting up. Ticker symbol CSCO, and I feel like it could continue. It's setting up for more upside here. And another one that I'm looking at, guys, which did well today, is United Health Group, ticker symbol UNH. This one up 2.8%. Clear pop today above the 180 SMA, and we close under the 50, but we are moving above that 180 like we just said. And if we pull up this 5-day, let me pull it up and show you guys, and I'm going to get some water. Cheers, by the way, guys. Again, stay hydrated as always. Check it out. Check out this 1 hour chart. We can see we're at a lower high right here, which is going to be very important for next week. If we're able to get buying pressure out of here on UNH, we're talking above, let's say, $540, $550. If we're able to, get out of here, that's going to bode well on the 4 hour chart, going back to it where, we're fighting to continue the uptrend, right? So we're going to be able to go from, let's say, a break above 535, 540 to maybe 555, 60, maybe even higher from that point. So uptrend is holding on UNH. J&J is another one that's playing out here, guys. Today it went up 0.7, 0.8%. Nice day. Right above $176 is where it's at. And you can see here we have this ascending triangle that, not to toot my own horn, but did I not call out a couple days ago? And again, we're doing this follow-up. Yeah, we called it out a couple days ago. And here you can see it's breaking out of 175. And the good thing is there's a lot more upside because we're just catching it here. And I'm not telling you what to do, but we're catching it early in the breakout. I feel like this could, and of course, there's going to be some choppiness. There's going to be sell-offs, mini pullbacks, whatever you want to call it. But I could see it now as it's breaking this level. It's at a multi-month high. I could see this continue towards 180, 185, maybe even higher from that point. But, baby steps. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But that's what I'm seeing here on J&J. And we have two more. And by the way, if you guys are still here, I appreciate you all as always. If you are finding value in the video, if you're finding value, hit that like button. Let's try to get at least 100 likes. Make sure to subscribe. Let's see. What are we at subscriber-wise? I feel like we're almost at a milestone, are we not? 26,000, I think. Yeah, let's try to get 26,000, guys. We're at 25,787 as I'm filming this. Let's try and get to 25,800. Let's do that in the short term. So, yeah, J&J is looking good. We have BBY, which is also looking pretty solid. Today we hit $72, 3% green day roughly on BBY. And you can see, if I zoom in a little bit, we are breaking out of the 50 and the 180 SMA based on today's price action. And we have an ascending triangle, which shows, hey, this could really start moving towards the mid-high 70s, and we're pretty, we're not overbought. We're in the middle of the RSI here with earnings coming up, and that's the thing here. That's the caveat. Earnings are coming up, so yeah, anything could really happen on that. They're on the 22nd, so I'd be mindful about that, but the setup looks decent. Bulls are in charge. We had a nice green day today, and I feel like, again, mid-70s, high 70s based on this pattern could be, coming, and if we do break, let's say $78 and that ascending triangle plays out, let's say we break $80, we're going to really be moving at that point. But let's not get too excited. Again, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Baby steps, because we have earnings coming up, and that really could change things, as we've been seeing with a lot of companies here in the short term, right? So the last one, which I haven't talked about in a while, but I saw it today, and I was like, hey, why not? Corsair Gaming, CRSR. This is one that right here is, you could argue, Many things. Inverse head and shoulders, potentially. That played out. You could argue cup and handle. You could also argue maybe ascending triangle. But overall, what I'm seeing is we are at $18, well, $17, and overall $18 is a big resistance. If we're able to take that level out, which right now bulls are fighting, they're above the moving averages still, and Corsair at a 1% green day. If we're able to get back over 18, which we tried to break out of literally earlier this week, we failed, and a couple weeks ago, and we fell at that point as well. But if we're able to retake it at 18.50, Corsair Gaming could have some more upside, at least to maybe 20, 21 a share. Let me see this chart. Yeah, I mean, this really has a wide open gap from 18.50 probably to about 19. It might see a little bit of resistance at 19, but from there, $21, $23, we really could start moving. So, and mind you, Corsair's really been running since that last earnings report. So let's see if this continues, guys. This is one that I'm watching at 18.50 and above. So I guess that's it. With that being said, I mean, was that 7? Yeah, those were 7 stocks. Markets closed 10 minutes ago. Looks like we, all went in the green. That's not too bad. Let me actually see how we went in the last 4 minutes. Like I said, let me loop back here. Look at this volatility, guys. Holy crap. So it looks like, okay, we sold off that, at 350 on the East Coast. At 355, we sold off on SPY 0.4%. Then from 355 to literally 359, we ran back up 0.25%. Now after the bell, we're down a little bit. I mean, this is insane. The volatility is insane. But I guess with that being said, if you all found value in the video, hit that like button, subscribe, get your free stocks. All those are linked down below. Check out my Patreon. All that good stuff is in the description box. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, great weekend. I'll see you later, you all. Peace out.